So how do you handle the haters, the critics, and most of all, the naysayers? With all the opportunities that exist today, why haven't you reached your next level of income, life, and wealth? In most cases, we've been lied to. We've been told that if you find the right opportunity and you work hard, you can be successful. And that's simply not true. Millionaires, billionaires, and successful people have realized you need the foundation for wealth, the habits. And that's exactly what you'll be learning on the Millionaire Success Habits podcast. All success starts here. Listen, when you put yourself out there like I have with infomercials and writing books and on social media and Facebook and Instagram, when you're out there putting your message, you have to be willing to take on the haters, take on the naysayers, take on the people that want to criticize you. But let me start first off by saying that they've never made a statue of a critic. They've only made the statue of the people that were once considered crazy, nuts, taking a chance, a dreamer, insane. I mean, think about that. The revolutionaries, the ones that made an impact, the ones that changed the laws, the ones that ended the wars, the ones that created freedom for a group of people or a country or their race were always the crazy ones. They were the ones on the edge that had to absorb the criticism, had to listen to all the naysayers. And I would say that feedback can either be the anchor that you drag across the desert, or it can be the wind behind your sail. In life, however we frame an action, however we interpret an action, is the result we get. It's the feeling we get. If you're an underdog, if you're someone who says you can't, you could take the power of it won't work for you, or you can't do that, or you're not smart enough, or why are you trying to pretend to be something you're not? You could take that and say, yeah, that's what they think. I should play small. Or you can reverse that and say, wow, is that what they think of me? Wait till I show them. Remember, how it goes in has nothing to do with how we interpret it. It could be our fuel or it could be our kryptonite. Listen, I've had hundreds and hundreds of thousands of comments online. And I'm blessed to say that the majority are positive. But hands down, there is a group of people that want to tell me I suck, that they hate me, that I should go kill myself, that I'm not smart, that I'm just a salesperson, or I'm just this, or I don't have an Adam's apple, or my voice is too squeaky, or I'm too high pitch, or whatever. There's so many critics. And here's what I believe. Sometimes critics are nothing more than delusioned fans. They follow my videos, they watch what I do, they might envy what I do, and instead of trying to join me, it's easier to say you suck, you're not real, you got lucky, you're fake. Now I'm talking about me, but what about you? There's people in your life when you want to go to that next level that they fear that you're going someplace and they don't have the desire, or they don't have the enthusiasm, or they don't have the will or the energy to do it. So instead of coming along with you, it's easier to criticize you. I don't know if you've ever heard the story of like 5 people in a ditch and you're the only one trying to climb out. If the other 4 don't want to get out of the ditch, it's a lot easier for them to grab your belt loop and pull you back down with them. Sometimes when we grow in a relationship, in a marriage, in a partnership, in a friendship, if you're somebody who's listening to this, you're probably into your own personal growth. If you're listening to this, that means you're into your own personal growth. And sometimes when you grow and someone else wants to stay static, it feels like you're growing apart. You're not really growing apart. They're not growing and you are. It's easier for them to reach up and try to pull you back down. And how do they do that? With their words. They're not physically grabbing you, but they tell you that you're a dreamer, or tell you that you suck, or that'll never work. I've had some extremely harsh things said to me. And here's what I know about critics is I like to punch them in the face politely, with kindness and empathy. When they say hit a bully back, sometimes that just stokes the fire. When someone says, hey man, you charge for your books, you're charging for wisdom, you're so rich, why don't you give it away? And why would I pay someone else for knowledge? Instead of saying, hey, you're a fool, you don't understand that, I say, man, I'm really sorry that that's the way that you were programmed. I'm really sorry that that's the belief system someone gave you, because I want to tell you, I had some really crappy thoughts in my days, and I wish sooner in my life I would have realized that the fastest way to a next level of life is to learn from those who've already done it. So I hope, even if this bugs you right now, I hope that you see that your thinking is holding you right where you are. Being so critical of me is holding you right where you are. Remember, there was no statues ever constructed of a critic. So I wish you the best, and maybe you can change your thoughts. 9 out of 10 people come back, oh, I didn't know you were actually watching, or wow, I didn't look at it that way. Or some people can come back and say, I think you're wrong, you're still full of crap, and I'll just reply with that same consistency of like, sorry you don't believe in this, but this is who I am, this is what you could do, and change your thinking. And the majority of the time they'll spin. The majority of the time. Because what I believe is most critics really desire more out of life, and they feel stuck. They feel like it can't work for them, that someone else got lucky, that someone else had an advantage, that they have a disadvantage. Those that are critics feel the disadvantages harder than anybody else. At least that's what I believe. And if you can let them know that a lot of people have what they're going through, but a lot of people have overcome it and gone to another level, I think we can flip critics when we hit their heart. When we find out why they're acting the way they are and show them a different path. Now, are there some people, a small percentage of the world, that are just going to be naysayers, die miserable, die grumpy, die with minimal friends? Yes, that's sad. I wish we could convert all of them, but that's probably not possible. But here's what I know. Instead of getting offended, try to convert them. Instead of trying to sell them on why they should do something different, just be the person to them you'd like back, and that's all we can do. In relationships, when things are going sideways, the best way to get clarity is just be the person you want the other person to be. If you want them to listen to you, listen more. If you want them to do the little things for you, do the little things for them. Take back the ego. Take back the aggressiveness that a critic can create. And just know that if you're causing people to talk about you, if you're causing people to say negative things about you, most likely that means you're moving and shaking. People don't talk about people who are quiet. They don't talk about people who aren't changing the world. So if you have some haters or critics or some naysayers in your life, change the framework. Like I said earlier, realize that that means you're moving and shaking. You're doing something to disturb other people's inactions. So instead of that being something that holds you back, let that be the fuel to get you to your next level. Listen, if you liked the video, make sure you click subscribe right now so you never miss an episode. And while you're there, click the notification bell so you'll know when the next one goes live. You can always follow us on Instagram, and if you don't already have Millionaire Success Habits, you can grab it for free at deansfreebook.com. Remember, all success starts here.